Celestis Online. Welcome to a powerful new AI built on your knowledge, your documents, and completely under your control. I hope you'll spend the next few minutes with me exploring Celestis and the new user tutorial. Let's buckle up. Here we go. Upon logging in as a new user, or Celestial as we like to say, you have to accept the terms of service and the NDA. Upon doing so, you're welcomed royally into Celestis and the launch tutorial, where we will look at some concepts in Celestis such as capsules and pods, domain-specific AI versus general AI, and how to bring it all together into something meaningful. And while doing so, earn ourselves some free credits. You can see the launch tutorial on the right. It's going to guide us through all the steps. And here we also have the main console where we can talk to Celestis. We can ask any kinds of questions, and of course ask questions about information about Celestis. You can see here that there are several questions that we've provided for convenience, but also based off of what a lot of our Celestials ask us. And you can see here, we'll do the subscription plans question. You can see she's going to respond with all the different types of plans and credits and how that works. So with that said, we're going to launch a tutorial reference capsule. So let's go in here and create our first capsule. I'm super excited to show you this. I'm going to call it tutorial reference capsule. And I'm going to say the description is the Celestis user guide. And what is a reference capsule? Let's explain that really quick. So a reference capsule is a capsule which sources its information from documents or sources that you have provided. It can be anything on your computer, Gmail, G Drive, Notion, Slack, anything that's a data source. And the beauty here is when you ask questions or pair this capsule with Celestis on the AI side, she will only go to these sources to answer questions and provide evidence of where she got the information. So it's very much trust but verify. And so we're going to create this capsule here. You can see there's some other options like creating a system prompt optionally. I can go into platforms and select platforms and configure additional stuff. And of course, I can go in here and upload files and documents. So I'm going to upload this Celestis user guide. And I always do upload and analyze so that it starts the ingest process. Now, we can't just take a document, we have to ingest it and we have to organize and structure the contents of that document in a way that when a user asks a question, we can retrieve that information and bring that back to Celestis so that she can answer the question based off of the information provided. And over to the right, we can see we've already accomplished our first two tasks and we're on our third one. And I'll be right back when ingestion of this document completes. And we are back. Barely a minute has gone by and it is completed. And you can see it's checked off the list. And now the only thing left to do is to chat with this reference capsule. So what should we ask it? Let's ask it, what is a capsule? And let's see what Celestis says. And so you can see here, she's given us a very good answer of what a capsule is, but she's sourcing the information. Where in this document, the user guide for Celestis, did she get the information from? Even more, she's showing us the citations and the context, and even showing the pages where the information was gathered from. So this is how you can build a very specialized AI that is completely accurate and does not hallucinate. And with that, we complete our first mission and we're on to the next part of the tutorial, which is to create a knowledge capsule. So a knowledge capsule is the opposite of a reference capsule. It is a generalist. And I'm going to say here for the description, knowledge knowledge capsule, general questions. And I'm going to choose a type knowledge. And here I can also connect to a connector. If I have one, I can also connect to some other provider besides Celestis as my AI platform. For example, ChatGPT or Claude by Anthropic, or even some of the open source models. But Celestis is included at no charge as part of the platform. So I'm going to create this knowledge capsule. As you can see, again, I can do a system prompt, and here I can create or add some more settings or change some things, and there I have my knowledge capsule. And now I can chat with it. And keep in mind, this capsule does not reference any sources. It has no documents like our reference capsule. So it is going to be answering questions. Celestis is going to be answering these questions based off of the knowledge and data that the model has been trained on. So if I say, what is the meaning of life? A very open-ended question. I'm going to get a very concise answer, but you can see there are no sources here. This information came from who knows where, right? It was trained with this various information, and this is what it came back with. So it's great for these kind of general type of questions, but not so great for very deep questions that need to be accurate, where we need to know the sources. And so we have a dichotomy of generalist and specialist. And now we're going to bring them together in the next section of the tutorial when we create a pod. And so here we go. We're going to click here to create a pod. I'm just going to call it the tutorial pod, as Celestis wants me to do. And we are going to now need to add these capsules that we created to the pod. So a pod is a group of capsules, essentially, a group of knowledge and reference capsules. It can just be reference capsules or knowledge. You can do anything you want. But it contains usually 2 or more capsules. One wouldn't really make much sense, and we can chat with it. And so now it's getting very interesting. What is going to happen when we ask, what is the meaning of life? This is a general question. This is not a question our reference capsule will be able to answer, because we don't talk about the meaning of life in the Celestis user guide. And so we need to be able to ensure, and as Celestis did, she found exactly where to pull this information. She knew exactly what to do, and she pulled it from the knowledge capsule. And now we're going to ask another question. We'll ask, what is a Celestis pod? And she's going to now think again, and you can see she selected the reference capsule, because that is what has the information about what is a Celestis pod. And you can see here, this information again is sourced. We have sources, we have context, and of course we have the lovely document itself, where we can see exactly where the information came from. And so with this model, we can bring together general and specialized AI. We can essentially conquer the problem of context, where in meaning, and we can ensure that we have things that are very specialized, very deep and broad, and then surface them to the right questions, and provide great answers to our users with 100% accuracy. And so this is what we are talking about with a pod. And let's now complete the tutorial. We've earned our 10 credits. You can see here we've gotten our credits, and the last thing I will leave us with is where we started, which was with Celestis and the interact. And now we can see here under interact that we can also interact with these new pods and capsules directly in addition to Celestis. And the power here, going beyond this user interface, is these are all API driven. So you can use a chat completions API and connect your enterprise applications to these different capsules and pods in order to build the AI use cases that you need for your business or project. I hope you've enjoyed this. Again, thank you for your time.